What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. I'm Swipa Cam. Welcome back to the channel. And boy, oh boy, the Denver Nuggets lose. The Denver Nuggets lose to the New Orleans Pelicans 121 to 106. And probably one of the more frustrating games of the season, if not the most frustrating. I think the Boston game, they didn't shoot well, was bad. The Detroit loss was bad. The Atlanta loss was bad. But I think this is probably a accumulation of different things that took place tonight. So let me get this out the way. Jose Alvarado, off the bench, he only plays 27 minutes versus the bench unit primarily. 38 points on 12 and 19 shooting, 8 of 11 from three, 6 of 11 from the free throw line, a plus 21. Let me just keep reading this. Marshall, plus 23 off the bench. Larry Nance, plus 17 off the bench. Hernan Gomez, a plus 20 off the bench. Devontae Graham, plus 14 off the bench. That's what they were off the bench. They're all in the plus 20s, plus 17s off the bench. Tonight, we get a masterclass from Nikola Jokic, 37 minutes, 32 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists, 13 of 19 from the field. Only 1 of 4 from three, only 5 of 4 from the free throw line. Didn't shoot well from the free throw line. Had missed, I think, 4 straight he missed. And then he was a plus 2 in a game the Denver Nuggets lost by 15. And so I think the thing that frustrates me about this one is Jokic is going to get blamed for DeJounte Murray going for 34, for Jose Alvarado going for 34 tonight. He's going to get blamed for people saying that the Denver Nuggets can't guard. But my issue is I watched the Denver Nuggets go out and get Bruce Brown, KCP. They went and traded for Aaron Gordon. Those players are the designated players that you have within your starting unit right now. Michael Porter Jr. reportedly cannot play defense. Even though they got a better defensive rating with him in the game than they do with Bruce Brown this season. So they don't have their liability in Michael Porter Jr., or so I've heard. And Bruce Brown is starting, but yet Jose Alvarado, DeJounte Murray, whoever you want, whoever is that guard, they're giving the Nuggets guards the business, including Jamal Murray tonight. And for me, I watched Michael Malone have probably one of his worst games of the season fairly easily. Just bad rotations all the way around. Ish Smith playing minutes over Bones Highland, who was apparently benched in the second half. Maybe injury flared up. That could be what it was. But Davon Reed getting minutes over Christian Brown. Davon Reed getting minutes over Christian Brown in a game that you couldn't stop a nosebleed. DeAndre Jordan getting minutes in a game that you needed somebody like Zeke Naji to be able to play, but nothing. A shout out to the super chat. A super chat on a day like today. Basil Carpenter Jr. Yeah, that's great. I appreciate it. Shout out. That's huge, especially given the fact that the Nuggets have played 2 of the worst games of the season, back-to-back games. They played an underhanded Atlanta Hawks. And again, I think here's the thing. I've seen them do this before. Like, we've seen them have these really poor performances, and they're still going to end up with 55-plus wins. I'm really not concerned about it like that. But I think from a short-term view, I'm more concerned with you made these kind of improvements in your defensive personnel, and it's made no changes yet. You're worse defensively than they were last year. They were 15th defensively with a worse defensive team with Jokic playing. They were 12th the year before with Jokic playing and still had all the injuries with Facundo Campazzo and everybody else on the court. But you're telling me that you make all these improvements and you somehow have the worst defense of the last 5 seasons? I don't know what it is, because the constant in all that is Michael Malone, is Nikola Jokic, Ryan Saunders, his first year here. I don't know how much this has to fall on him, but all I know is that this is their worst defensive performance they've ever had in the last 5 years. So since they've been making the playoffs, this has been the case. They have tried to make incremental improvements on the defensive end, and when they seemingly have done that, they're still not getting it done. And again, Jose went hot tonight. That's going to happen. 8 of 11 from three, that's going to happen. But Anthony Simons, 7 straight threes in the third quarter during the game this year. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had to get locked up by Blacko Chanchar in order to win that game. Bruce Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Aaron Gordon. At some point in time, that's what y'all are paid to do. As great it is to have those offensive contributions tonight like they did. Aaron Gordon tonight had 19 points and 8 rebounds, 7 to 10 shooting. He was a -7. Jamal Murray, great first quarter, great first half. 33 minutes, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 of 17 shooting. -7, not good enough. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist in 31 minutes. He was a +2. The Denver Nuggets, with KCP and Nikola Jokic on the night, won their minutes. So 37 minutes when Jokic played, they won their minutes. But when that bench unit came in, it was a wrap. And my whole thing is, why is Christian Brown not getting any tick? So you're sitting there telling me that you need to be able to have players defend, but your best defender on the wing, who's on your bench, is Christian Brown. Not seeing any minutes. Doesn't make any sense to me. Blacko was terrible tonight as well. He had a really good string of games. -10 tonight, 0-4, 0-3. I didn't get it. Ish Smith tonight, not a great game, especially not defensively. 8 points, 3 assists. That's cool. No defense. Bones Highland played 5 minutes tonight. I don't know what that was. -14. Reed was a -17. DeAndre Jordan a -19. Bones Highland a -14. And you lost the game by 15 points. And your MVP, who right now is leading on MVP tracker, he's the leading MVP candidate in the NBA right now and will be after this game. 32, 16, and 9 on 13 of 19 from the field. And y'all telling me that you can't put up a better effort than that? So I don't love at all how Michael Malone has handled these rotations. And I've said this repeatedly. This is the same thing that we dealt with last year when Facundo Campazzo was getting minutes over Bones Highland until like game 51 or 52 last year. And it just might be that we're going to have to wait 30 or 40 freaking games to sit here and have to go back to this thing of like, hey, maybe Christian Brown needs to get back in the rotation because we need a defender. Apparently, KCP at $15 million a year, Bruce Brown at 6.5, and AG on the wing. Right now, they can't get it enough. They can't get enough help defensively, so you're going to have to get the rookie to help do it, or Peyton Watson maybe even. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, because right now I'm trying to understand how you're able to get to a situation where you're having issues guarding people at the point of attack, and then you're jumping by people. You're jumping into three-point shooters. It doesn't make any sense. So the Denver Nuggets now are falling to the 3 seed, and they are now a game and a half back of the 1st seed. The next couple of games, the Denver Nuggets are playing the Mavericks, and they play the Trailblazers, they play the Jazz, they play the Wizards, they play the streaking Lakers, the Hornets, the Grizzlies. So it's time to buck up. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Y'all gonna have to play some defense. At some point in time, y'all have to play defense. Y'all have to play defense because it wasn't the offense, especially not in the first quarter. Tonight, in the first quarter, the Denver Nuggets were up 31 to 27, but Jokic went out the game, y'all, up 30-19. Jokic was out of the game at 30-19. He had 13, 5, and 3 on 5 of 6 shooting in the first quarter. What's the issue? At half, he had 21, 9, and 5 on 8 of 12, and he was a +15. So at some point in time in the game, they just stopped playing defense. They said, we're not doing it anymore. And then the offense stalled out as well. They started making really bad decisions, bad handoffs, sloppy play from Jamal Murray, sloppy play from Bruce Brown and others. It just wasn't good. They went to a zone defense, and then the Nuggets, because they shot tonight, the best shooting team in the NBA, by the way, who they have been trending downwards over the last several games. The best shooting team in the NBA shot 51% from the field. They shot 26%. They shot 26% from 3. They were 8 of 31 from 3 when they've been shooting 40%. 8 of 31. So, again, somebody maybe help me understand. If you're getting open looks, you got to hit them. It's as simple as that. So, and I want everybody to do this, man, because there's haters, and then there's people that are Nuggets fans and Jokic fans that they overreact. Fire Michael Malone. Jokic needs to ask for a trade. Y'all, again, they're 14-9. They're 13-7 when Jokic plays. It's a 65% win percentage when Jokic plays this year. I get it. They are having issues defending. They're not playing consistently on defense, and it's frustrating. Michael Malone's rotations are frustrating, but they will continue to stack up wins because they're a very good team. The issue comes down to right now, they are simply not responding defensively. to either Malone or to Saunders. I don't know who it is. I don't know what's happening right now, but they are simply not responding because you don't have Bruce Brown and KCP and AG, and you don't have Christian Brown. You don't have these players, and even Jamal. Jamal's still struggling to come back, but he's still an average defender. You don't have them coming back, and your defense gets this bad. So there's something internally that's happening right now where they as a team are quite simply not responding to coaching perhaps like they should. Now, again, that doesn't mean that can't change. All that means is that right now something has staled out. I don't know what it is. I truly don't know what it is. So, we'll have to see. But it's frustrating. Two straight losses to two. I think especially they should have won in Atlanta. But see, that's the thing. You win in Atlanta, you lose to the Pelicans. You're like, all right, okay, you can get with it, right? You're 15-8 now, but now you're 14-9 because you just decide you don't want to show up. You don't want to show up. So it's frustrating, and wasn't a great coach game by Michael Malone either. So it is what it is, y'all. I know it's frustrating, y'all, but again, they play against the Mavericks, and so they got another chance to get another win here, but they're gonna have to decide. They're gonna have to make some decisions, man. At some point in time, y'all gonna have to lock in defensively. Like it's as simple as that. At some point in time, you have to take it upon yourself that, hey, we need to play defense. We need to play defense, and I need to take it upon myself to play better defense because that's my job. My job is to make sure that I'm protecting the perimeter. And so if I'm not doing that, then that means I need to do my job better. But right now, that quite simply is just not how they are responding. So we'll see what happens from there, y'all. But y'all, I appreciate y'all. Swipa gang, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, we will see y'all soon. We out.